There's one thing I'm never going to do that's been happening in Dublin the last few years is call them coleslaw.
Slaw! Or this area known as the Batter. The Batter.
Pint of Heiner.
We're just off Manor Street here and Norseman Place at the minute, Dublin 7. We're going to head down towards Stoneybatter very, very soon. Born a Gluck in Gaelic, and it's said to be the oldest road coming out of Dublin. So originally this would have been what they call the Stony Road, Rocky Road, and it led you all the way down towards Navan, all the way into the Royal Kingdom of Meath. I knew someone that actually lived here, a friend of mine's mother, and she was saying like it literally was like living in the outskirts. This was for the inner city people. This is the countryside. You know what I mean?
They were the Culchies of Dublin.
The Culchies. And you know, if someone's going into the city, they'd say, "Oh, you pick us up such and such messages because you're going into the city," because it was far away for them, you know.
As James said, we're just off Manor Street here, but a lot of the names of the side streets, places, roads, Cedric, Ivor, and Ox, as in meaning east, all referring to these Vikings that were basically ostracised to the north side of the city after the Battle of Clontarf.
There's also a little recording studio, and Sinead O'Connor loves coming to it. A lot of big Irish acts have always kind of recorded in there, and local bands as well. But Sinead, I was reading something recently, and Sinead was saying that she purposely goes out of her way to come down here to Manor Street.
To support the local.
Yeah, but she just loves the feel of the place as well, and the atmosphere around the place. And what was it? Spice Girls music video we shot here as well.
Spice Girls, Don't Stop. You know all the words, James. So
I was a fan, but I wasn't really listening to the music as such, you know.
Another Irish movies as well, the famous Angela's Ashes.
Oh yeah.
And Michael Collins.
With Collins the Tar. I know what.
Very good. How is your Gaelic? The history of our language is something else.
Oh yeah, big time.
It's something else.
You can always tell like a bit of history from the place name, can't you? Like the Anglo-Normans, like a lot of them couldn't pronounce a lot of Gaelic, so just whatever they thought it sounded like was the name they gave it. Like the Phoenix Park, like it was called Cork Fuinishka.
Yeah.
It's the park that Clear Spring.
Exactly.
They couldn't pronounce it, so they said Phoenix.
Well, there's another thing about Ishka. That's where we get the word whiskey, isn't it? Well, the English couldn't pronounce Ishka, Ishka Baha, Ishka, Ishka, Ishki, Ishki,
Ishka, whiskey.
Whiskey.
The sign there for the Stoneybatter Festival,
which is deadly. They closed off the street.
This year, didn't
I was at it 2 years ago, and there was a huge big banquet. There was musicians, food, all the little local businesses, and the little grocers coming up here. And he supplied a lot of the, obviously, fruit and veg. And it was brilliant. It's nice because the whole thing about Stoneybatter, it's so close to the city. We're talking. How long? We're 15 max 20 minutes to O'Connell Street. But it's like it's a neighbourhood within.
A village almost outside the city. I always find like that kind of feel to it.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. The Glimmerman itself, I'm surprised it's closed during the lockdown because they were doing food trucks out the back. There was a rotation, mostly with Vietnamese food. Then they were doing pizzas, like the Belfry, what they were doing with pizzas and then tacos. Of course, now under the regulations, they've had to do away with that because, you know, all the guidelines. But yeah, I checked out the menu online. It seemed a little different, a little fancy. I don't know, but that's what we're all about. Dublin's changing. Classic Walshes for trad. I don't think you can get a place either that's authentic. Sunday, Monday, old school hours. There's up the road. What's up there? There's the cobblestone. All the tourists. Family run, great. But here we are, old school. And they're open because they're doing cheese. Cheese board. I haven't a clue. Jars. I have a few jars, I know what that is, but what's jars?
It actually comes in a jar, yeah. So it's chilled and set overnight in the jars.
Right, man, it's a bit fancy.
I know, yeah.
Are these hot or cold?
They're hot or cold, but they have warm sourdough bread comes on the side, and you got your little side salad, cake, rocket, manchego shavings on the top.
Okay.
And then just think about old French school, rustic countryside.
Oh, it's really nice, really light actually. I thought it was going to be a bit more filling, like, you know what I mean, like real bready. But it's actually that 101 flour.
This is the R&R, the rum and raisin. So it's a rum and raisin old fashioned. It's tasty. It's a booze drinker's drink. So as I said, Havana 7, and it's been infused with raisins, just very simply infused over time. What I wanted was something booze forward, spirit driven. That is reminiscent of rum and raisin ice cream. So I've got half a kilo of raisins, like so, and 2.1 litres of Havana 7. Dark rum. Nice. And that's been sitting there for about 10 days so far. I'm going to leave it another 4, so I agitate it every second day, give it a bit of that. There's no real bells or whistles with making this drink. Like any stirred down drink, it's pretty simple. It's Muscovado sugar made 1-to-1. It's a much better sugar for using with brown liquids. So rums, whiskies, even sometimes in white spirits like cachaça for caipirinhas, and then just continue to stir down. Some people sing happy birthday to themselves when they're stirring.
The Sexy 7, which is kind of nice take on a tiki.
Be honest, this is your one, isn't it?
It is my one, yeah. Sexy 7, it's called Sexy 7 because we're in Dublin 7. There's 7 ingredients and it comes in daisy. So it's a nice kind of refreshing summer drink. It's nice, not too sweet. It sounds very sweet, but it's actually like perfectly balanced.
Right, the inventor's standing in front of me, so I'm not going to lie to you. Lovely, very easy. Right, the pork was lovely, is lovely, but this salmon.
Salmon's the winner for yourself, yeah?
Salmon's the winner for me, man.
I think it might be as well, but that pork is still very tasty. It's not like pork I had before, I must say. A long cry from your Teo and snack bars, isn't it?
Here, we never had that. Food is very new. It's only, 30 years, other than toasted sandwiches and a purple snack bar. Purple snack bar was always
Purple snack bars. It's a little bit different these days, isn't it?
Can I swap you?
Do you want this one? Yeah, I'll give you a straw.
Just give us a bag of ice. Oh, right.
Looking for extras.
No, he's not good looking enough. If you guessed if the dog's name was like Odin or something, wouldn't it?
There's a Citric the dog.
Raven. I know.
Oh, Viking
It
roots.
sounds a bit Scandinavian. Neil, give us a square man.
You ever see the bed coming out of the ceiling? No. It has Charlie Haughey and Margaret Thatcher in the bed together, hanging out of the ceiling. It's a fucking cracker.